So Annemarie, do you want to introduce yourself, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annemarie Schutte, and I'm the Managing Director of one of the service providers in the Destinata Group called Treasury Trust Services. I'm an admitted attorney, born and bred in Gauteng, and I relocated to the Western Cape about 6 years ago when I joined this company. So we basically focus on trust structures, and then we also act as independent trustees. So we assist the clients in managing their trusts. That's me in a nutshell.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Cape Town, Annemarie. It's great actually having you here. So Annemarie, I'm going to start off with you. In terms of doing all the structures and that kind of thing. I think, first of all, if you can maybe tell us, how does one go about setting up a double trust structure? And is this something that just any attorney can assist with? And I could see Coert is also on there, so it's great to have him also on. So I'm going to ask you to kick it off there, if you don't mind, Annemarie, and then we'll move over to Coert on that one.
Sure, perhaps I can just explain the double trust structure very shortly, and then Coert can elaborate just to give a bit of background on my question. So with a double trust structure, we try to separate the assets from the liabilities in a legal manner, and that's why there will be at least 2 trusts in the structure. Now, to get back to your question, is a lot of attorneys, financial advisors, or accountants will set up trusts for their clients, but they don't necessarily have the know-how to manage the trusts afterwards. So it's very important to ensure that the person you approach in order to set up the trust will have extensive knowledge. So they need to be trust experts. Very important, the Master of the High Court will never notify the parties if a trust deed is not valid. Therefore, it's the responsibility of the submitting party to ensure the trust deed is compliant with the law. So we are the experts in that field, and that's what we do every single day. And as I said, after we've submitted the trust for registration, we also have the knowledge to apply the law in practice to properly administer the trusts with our clients as co-trustees.
You do the back end of the trust services, and I think it's so important. The administration is probably one part of it. So what are the benefits really of using a company, like yourself, which is a service provider specifically for Wealth Master? Maybe you want to share that.
Yes, Neil. As I briefly explained earlier on, we focus on trust structures. So in our group setting, we have a specialized team for every single need the client will have in creating wealth and preserving it, especially if you look at the future generations. So there's a lot of people that the clients can actually consult with to get that one-stop experience in the group. So as I also referred earlier on, it's very important to set up the trust correctly. There's a couple of crucial clauses that some of the other companies don't necessarily include, meaning those clients will not receive the maximum benefits. If the figures don't work, your trust structure won't work. So the trust deed, the administration, and taxes, those go hand in hand, and we deliver all that services. We work very closely with partners in Mauritius. As Coert referred, we can also assist clients with Mauritian structures. Very easy to work with them. The founder of that company is an Afrikaans guy. He's also CA, knows SA and Mauritius taxes very well. So really good partners in our group.
Fantastic.
So Did I answer your question, Neale?
Yes, no, absolutely. I think, if we
Okay.
haven't, then certainly the audience will send it
Yeah.
through. What are the steps to be taken in a business or portfolio to move assets into the correct trust structures, and what are the costs involved?
So during our first consultation with our clients, we will go through all their current assets, and then in detail, we will explain how the different types of assets must be transferred. So just to give you an example, if we're looking at the movable assets, as Coert referred earlier on, we're looking at the family trust, which is reserved for the paid up movable assets. The clients will do an inventory. We also have a service provider that can assist the clients with that. A second-hand value will be attached to those assets, and then the accountants will bring that into the books. So that can either be donated or sold to the trust. If we look at a car, for example, we work with a book value. When the trust is set up, we will do a resolution where the trust will also then either receive the vehicle as a donation or also will buy it from the client. If we're looking at immovable property, there's a couple of different options there, but a change of ownership will have to be done at the deeds office.
Okay, excellent.